Hey guys, it's me Alan. Just wanted to start off the first video by diving straight into some Liverpool topics from over the transfer window until up to today. First one I have here was big congratulations to Ayer. Over the transfer window, Liverpool had a net spend of only £32 million compared to big spenders like Man City and I think Man United were all the way up into about 160 million for their net spend. That is incredible. Incredible in this day and age to finish a transfer window spending net wise only £32 million, which is fantastic. And the reason I brought Ayer up today was actually because he was speaking somewhere in Manchester. It was actually about Balotelli. And actually on the first day, I have written down here that Balotelli was signed. The day that he was announced signed, he sold over £50,000 worth of strips, tops, jerseys, like the ones behind me with Balotelli in the back of it. Although Ayer did say it wasn't the reason we signed Balotelli, it was purely football wise, it wasn't commercial wise, it wasn't to sell shirts. It wasn't to bring in a big name. We saw a lot of value in the transfer fee for Balotelli. That is pretty good. That's pretty incredible. £50,000 worth of strips on the first day. Linking on from Balotelli, it was reported, and I believe the Express, which is an English newspaper which you have to take with a very large pinch of salt, that Balotelli was actually caught up in a row that he actually stamped on somebody during a closed doors game during the international break. Balotelli, from his days at Man City, was known for maybe a couple of stamps here and there, accidentally walking backwards into a player or so. This story, if it even is a story from the Express, how can you really know from a closed door game? You know, there's no video footage of it. There's nothing to really base these claims on other than what some players may have said. I very much think this is some sort of almost a witch hunt. They're trying to find the Balotelli story. You know, he's been pretty quiet so far since being here at Liverpool. He's known for the extravagant stories that were reported of him while he was at Manchester City. I brought it up because I think it's pretty interesting. I hope this isn't how Balotelli is going to be treated while he's at Liverpool. You know, players trying to maybe pick on him, try and possibly annoy him during the game so he does something silly. Seeing he's been known to be a little bit immature at times. I don't think he will. I think he'll, under Brendan Rodgers, I think he'll keep a steady head on himself. I don't see him being someone that's going to get too many red cards. I know that if you've ever heard the story of Mourinho when he was at Inter, he was only striker Mourinho he had a yellow card. Mourinho spent, I don't know, 14 minutes of the 15 minutes allowed during half time telling Mario not to do anything silly, not to do anything rash. In the 46th minute, Mario Balotelli gets sent off. I think he's going to be a little bit more grown up than what he had been. So that was during the international break. What also happened during the international break is, lo and behold, Daniel Sturridge picks up an injury. Not the first time, probably not going to be the last time that he's going to pick up a little knock. Now for me, I don't know if he's maybe been sent a little text, sent maybe a little phone call or something from Brendan Rodgers telling him, you know, maybe you should be a little bit safe at this England game, maybe you shouldn't play this England game. Or if he really has picked up this knock, it seems to be nothing too serious, but serious enough that he left the England cap and went back to Liverpool to get treatment. but we'll just have to wait and see. And I actually feel he may play some part in the game coming up on Saturday, or I think it's Sunday. I'm not too sure. I think it's Sunday. And we'll see. I think he'll probably have some part to play. I don't know if Balotelli, Lambert, and Barini, who was announced a couple of days ago that he made the 25-man squad, that Barini, or any of the three of them could, or really what Brendan Rodgers wants to play, the three of them at this. I think he really wants Sturridge to play a full season, be pretty much the focal point. Him and Balotelli be the focal point, with compliments from Lambert and Barini, when need be, or possibly moving Sterling and Coutinho around a little bit more. But I think we'll see. Come the game, what kind of part he plays in it. It was also reported that Henderson picked up an ankle injury. Didn't look too bad in the England game. I sat down and watched it. He played, he started, so I really see that being a non-story. Maybe just a little niggle at one point. But I see him being fully fit to come back after the international break, which is good, because he's really been on some form since Brendan Rodgers got in there, which is great to see. And finally, wrapping up the video a little bit, it was reported by BBC and other sources that Robbie Fowler, former Liverpool legend, or still is Liverpool legend, also spent a little bit of time at Leeds United, has put his name forward for the Leeds United manager's job. Being a big fan of Robbie's, I really wouldn't like him to go to Leeds United. I think that's pretty much it's a toxic place for managers. You don't get much time, you don't get much resources. You get, I don't know if the manager's really pulling the strings in the players that they bring in, or if they're just getting given players. You know, I wouldn't see it as a great fit for him. Basically, is his first real manager's job. I know that he probably has a fond spot in his heart. Somewhere he'd probably like to go back again and try and help out, basically. But I don't see it being a great place for him to go. But that's just my views and opinions on basically a brief roundup of everything that happened during the international break. Little stories that I thought were interesting and I wanted to share. So if you liked, thumbs up the video if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't like it. If you didn't like it, add a comment, tell me what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right. Basically, because it's a lot more fun with comments and being able to reply to people than just sitting down here talking to myself. So that would help, so that would be very much appreciated. If you like my videos, make sure to see the video of the introduction of this new channel, seeing this is my first. It gives you a little brief introduction to me, who I am, where I came from, why I'm doing this, and essentially where I hope to go from this. That'd be great. Hit that subscribe button and that'd be perfect. Thanks guys, see you soon.